Oh, hello. Welcome to Snagging Week. As a reminder, I bought this house, a 2-bedroom plus attic room, 3-bed terraced, end of terrace house in Kidderminster for just over £100,000, including stamp duty and auction costs, a couple of months ago, and I've been working on it to refurbish it, to then flip it, or maybe even rent it. My rule of thumb is, if I can make 20%, I flip. If I can't, I hold on to it, remortgage and rent. So the last 12 weeks have been working on this house, and we've done everything from a new roof to a new bathroom. Last week I was on holiday in France, getting nice and brown, and a few things were done in the house, and this week is snagging week. It's a lot of snagging, if I'm honest with you, but I'm going to try and get as much of it done as possible so I can order or book the revaluation. Now, what I'm going to tell you first is what's happened to the house while I've been away. There are some big changes. And then number two, I'm going to talk about what I did yesterday, which was Monday, and what I'm doing today. And then I'll video that. So, the main change in the house is, can you spot it? Carpets. The house has got carpets throughout, taking my shoes off, all the way up the stairs, into all of the bedrooms, which looks really nice, and all the way up to the attic room that you'll remember was a real cold, damp, wonky space when we started, and now it's going to make someone's a lovely room. So that's the main thing that happened while I was on holiday last week. A few other things happened too. We finished some skirting off. We floored the entrance. Gosh, I'm breathing. Spent a whole week drinking, lost a bit of fitness. So one of the last videos before I went, I did the kitchen floor. While I was away, neighbour Will did the entrance floor, and he finished all the skirting that was missing throughout. We had to do all the skirting in the carpeted areas before they put the carpet down, and he's done the kitchen and the entrance area since. Now, first, snagging. Bathroom needs decorating finished. Every room needs doors and gloss. Leon is coming tomorrow to get us started on the doors, hopefully finish the doors. 8 doors to do, including, you'll remember that all the doors are kind of wonky shapes. So Leon is a very, very fast working, slightly blunt instrument, and rather than the chippies view of these doors where it was, well, I'm going to have to, build a frame, and I'm going to have to get a door in, I'm going to have the door made, and £250 a door, Leon's going to take a door and he's going to make it work. And that's in every instance, apart from the attic door, which is such an odd shape. We're going to have to create our own door. So I've just gone to Howdens and bought this massive 7-foot by 3-foot block of wood, basically, to create a door for the attic room. And then we'll use things like beading and trim to make it look nice, like a door. Put a hole in it. Yes. So every room needs glossing and doors, right? So that's a given. On top of that, bathroom needs a bit of decorating. Now, click to video of me prepping the bathroom for painting yesterday. So that was yesterday, and so I should be able to go in there. There's a little bit more filling to do in some of the areas where I used a very high viscosity, liquidy filler where I should have used a stiffer filler. The stiffer the filler, the deeper it can go, really. Yeah, that's my rule. I've used my favourite fine finished filler, which is the wrong filler for deep holes. Anything more than half a centimetre and that just goes, oozes out. So I've got a bit of refilling to do on this bottom section of the wall where it's really damaged. But I'm going to hide a lot of the horrible surfaces because I've bought this Talon pipe coverer. So first job today is to go back in the bathroom and do all the decorating that I prepped for yesterday. And then I'm going to come into the kitchen. I've got the backsplash has arrived. It's this nice light grey colour. This is the colour of Housewives, this colour of my business, light grey. Everything's going to be light grey. Lesbian deck, grey front doors, lesbian grey back doors, lesbian grey shelves. I'm not sure that it is lesbian, but that's the only thing I can remember. I don't even think it begins with L. So I'll come into the kitchen. Now there's the most snagging to do in the kitchen. I've got to sort these walls out that I filled a couple of weeks ago. I've got to think about how I build these boxes. I've got to finish these shelves off, and I've got to fit the backsplash and the upstands on this worktop. So lots of work to do in here. Now when it comes to decorating, I've got a friend called Alex, who we call Alan, coming tomorrow. He's going to give me a couple of hours painting, so I'm going to have him painting the entrance and the kitchen. So I'm going to sand and leave the decorating to him, and I'll work on the construction things in him. I know there are the construction things in here. There's also some, with the Howden's kitchen, it doesn't come with enough little elbow joints, so some of these end pieces are not properly secured. So I've bought some more L pieces somewhere, and we'll be just strengthening up the kitchen and finishing it off. But a big job here is to work out how I'm going to do this boxing. Now I might not get to do this today, but I'm going to get to the point where I know what I'm doing by tomorrow. And then the snagging in the rest of the house, apart from the doors and the glossing, is relatively minor. The lounge needs, as I say, glossing. The ceiling needs another coat. Glossing, glossing, glossing. There might need to be a little bit more work on this door frame, but a filling, and I need a plinth at the bottom, and definitely need a strip at least on the bottom to stop the dust and detritus coming in from the street. Could do giving the whole house a really nice clean, because there's been lots of skirting board cutting in all the rooms, and whilst it looks lovely, it's left a bit of a dusty state behind. And then upstairs, doors to the cupboards, doors to the wardrobes, and skirting. So glossing. So once we get out of the kitchen, the snagging is relatively simplistic. There's no construction, it's just decorating, and the doors, which I've mentioned 19 times now. So I'm gonna crack on decorating the bathroom and getting into the kitchen today. I've only got a couple of hours because of children's stuff, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come here early. Leon will be here, big Leon, and my full name is Big Leon, Biggest Leonis, and I'm going to put a full day in tomorrow once my missus is back and can get the kids off the bus and stuff. So we're in good shape, and I will just crack on and stop wobbling on. I've done some sanding in here and I'm getting close to being ready to paint. I've got these horrible, ugly pipes here. And I was hoping to use this Talon cover to go over the pipes. Now I think These are the talon clips that it's supposed to clip with, but they're covered in a whole bunch of different things, so I may have to use some different ways of getting this to clip on. And I think it'll hide a multitude of the sins that are at the bottom of that wall. And I was thinking, I'll put a piece here somehow, and I'll put a piece here all the way to the wall, and then that will cover all the sins that I've got in that corner of the wall. I mean, it's fine, it's just not very pretty. There's nothing wrong with the wall. I think these are supposed to clip on just like that. So you can see it's clipped on quite nicely there, because the talon clips that the plumber used to affix these pipes to the wall are still are fully exposed. So you can, the lip of the talon thing can go behind it, but it can't do that on the floor thing. So I'm going to have to do some jiggery pokery. Not sure what that is yet, but it might involve these clips. You can buy these clips separately. If you in the event that the pipes haven't been affixed using talon clips, you can buy these to use these instead. So even though I have got talon clips on there, because they're so glued up with plaster and paint and bum, I may have to use these. Anyway, I shall report back. It's just dawned on me why it might be called talon. I was pushing this on and it wouldn't clip in at the top, and I was going, and that's like a bird's talon. Now, it might be completely coincidental, but it works for me. It's Wednesday in snagging week, and it's an exciting day because we've got Big Leon here helping me with doors, and that's going to mean that we get a lot done. It's going to rain today, so we put ourselves a little carpet on the way in to protect the floor. We've also got Alan coming to do some decorating. Did you just take them off the van? We're supposed to do it together. It's a shared experience. Anyway, we've got a little cutting station outside because it's going to rain, and obviously Leon's got all the Festool tools, which I'm sure will be here at the end of the day. Anyway, so I'll do some filming. We're doing doors. Doors are the most important thing today. Skirting's done, so I just need doors. Doors, doors, doors. Have I mentioned doors? Doors. Right, sit rep. It's 1:43 on Wednesday. The guy that came to quote lots of money to do the doors in the house, you can kind of understand why he was looking to charge that much now, because what he wanted to do, he was a proper carpenter and he wanted to just rebuild all the frames so that he could fit doors in there. What we've done is we've bought standard doors and then we're packing them or trimming the doors so they fit. What we're doing is cheaper, less professional. Each door will look slightly different, but it's a flip. It will work. All the doors will work. They will look fine, and that's that. So here, for example, on this really awkward non-square door, we've built a new frame inside, not using lining material, just using MDF that we've trimmed. We'll have to move the Alcatraz across to here, which means I'm going to have to put a little join bit on the skirting board, which is annoying. But it's the only way of getting a door in here. Here, on this bedroom here, we've got a door on that works. It needs a little bit of trimming on the top still, but even when it does go in, the door is 35mm, I think, and then this gap here is about 30mm, so it will sit slightly proud of the door frame. It'll look fine from that side, but it'll look a bit odd from this side. I don't care. It will work as a door. I don't have the money to rebuild all the frames. Yeah, so we're cracking on. Leon is here until the end of the day today, and then he's going to come back in the morning first thing for a few hours before he has to go home. And he's cracking on with the frames downstairs. We've got a nice little festool trimming station outside to save us from the rain. Can you see that? Oh no. Can't see what you can see. There you go. So we're doing all the trimming outside, and we've got a gazebo there which is trying to take off to save us from the rain. So I'll just take you downstairs and we can have a look at the... So Leon's putting a fire door on the kitchen entrance, and it's suffice to say it's been quite straightforward. There's been no real issues.
Great work.
Great work. No, it needs quite a lot of trimming. The Alcatraz has had to come off the wall, and it's taken quite a lot of the wall with it. I'm just doing it in the wrong sequence. Apparently I shouldn't have put the carpets in either. We've built some packing frame in here. God, this is a really interesting design, isn't it? In order for this door to have... Oh, I mean, it closes lovely, doesn't it? I mean, that closes lovely, doesn't it? Can't open it now because it's got any handles on it. And we've got a door in the bathroom here earlier that we did. So half the doors are on. We've got the heavy fire doors to go. The attic is going to lead to some swearing because well, we've got two big blank panels to use on the door to the stairwell and the door to the attic, and they are really heavy, and the attic is 2 sets of floors up, and the stairs have all got spikes sticking through from the grippers. So basically it's like Hunger Games but with a drill. But we're doing well. I couldn't do this without Leon. I've learned a lot today. I've fitted several sets of hinges, and they don't look too bad. Cracking on. Thursday morning of the snagging period, just before finishing touches week, just before last bits and bobs week. And all the doors are on apart from two. We've got to do the door for the cellar and the door for the attic, but it's quite early in the morning because Leon's got to get home for his boy. He's using the heterosexual tools that I've got, and yeah, we're going to crack on with the doors, handles, hinges, and then Leon will Leon's going to help me cut this backsplash with a blunt blade that he's got, and then he'll head off home, and I will have lots of architrave and decorating to finish off the job. So yeah, in a good week. Obviously quite a lot more. There's a man outside wearing a dressing gown in the middle of the street. I don't think he's got anything under that dressing gown. We saw him yesterday and it was all hanging out. Anyway, it's nice to get a bit of fresh air on your bits every now and then, isn't it? Yeah, so sorry, I'm a bit tired today because Leon, whenever he comes up here, he makes me drink a lot of beer. I'm normally a teetotal vegan, but he made me eat a burger as well. So anyway, we're going to crack on. So we're still snagging. It's Friday. Snagging's probably going to spill over into the beginning of next week, but everything is done now. I've just got to put some MDF fascias on the cupboards in the back bedroom. All the doors are on, all the frames are done. So we're just working our way through the house now, finishing the painting. Got Rent Boy Will here today. He's in the bathroom finishing off the glossing. I'm going to fill the entrance hall, then I'm going to fit the architrave, backsplashes, sand all these shelves down, and we'll get the kitchen done next. And that'll be 2 rooms done, and hopefully by this afternoon we can get into the lounge, paint the back of that door, do the glossing and do the ceiling. If we can get that done today, then the ground floor is done, and then we can go upstairs on Monday where there's a bit less work to do. But either way, like last couple of stages. So we're back in the house, continuing with the snagging and the finishing off. Bathroom's done, just got to do a little bit of cutting in with paint. Will is here today and he's painting the new box that neighbour Will made for us this weekend that's gone around the boiler. So it's got 2 little gaps there which we're going to put some vents in to keep it nice and legal. He's also boxed in the pipes at the bottom there, so that's looking really sweet. We've got door thresholds, painting, caulking and glossing to do, and the kitchen is probably the room with the most work to do in it, but yeah, we're cracking on. We've got Will for 2 days, so we should get pretty much all of it done by Wednesday, and then I'm looking forward to moving on to the next house and seeing what the neighbour's tea is like there. Anyway, cracking on. sit rep. Bathroom is done. Entrance hall is all done. I've just taken the door off because I need to refit it with the hinges slightly further back into the frame. And I'm now working on finishing off the kitchen. I've got a bit of sanding and painting to do, but I'm also going to pull the backsplash covers off, silicone them in, and touch up any last bits of paint. Got a couple of areas to gloss from scratch. But yeah, it's feeling like we are getting close to the finishing line. Right, so we are a couple of hours away from the estate agent arriving, and I've got a million little things to do. I know I don't have to do all of these things for the estate agent, but for me the estate agent kind of bookends the job. Once the first estate agent comes and gives me a value, then that's my benchmark for the other offers I get and the strategy I take in terms of selling or buying. Selling or renting. So it's 9 o'clock now. Mrs. Flipping Idiot's going to come and help me for an hour or two to help clean up, but in the meantime I've got to fit some windowsills, I've got to fit some architrave, I have to put 2 more door locks in, maybe even 3, although I might leave them because it's too much. I need to finish the cellar floor, I need to get everything out of the house and make it nice and clean. So I'm going to crack on. Right, so we've just had the estate agents come round. We didn't quite get the house finished in time, but it's all looking nearly finished. There's a bit of glossing to do upstairs, and Zoe came up and helped me clean the place up, and it's looking really good. And the estate agents were impressed with the house, and they think I could put it on for 170 or put it through a modern method with a reserve of a little bit less than that. So I'm just going to do my maths. I'm going to do a bit more glossing on Monday, get some professional photos done. But project 1 is pretty much finished, and with the modern method of selling, which I'll put a link in the thingy to what that means, I could sell within 56 days. So yeah, really good effort. I'll take some pictures now and put them on the end of the video so you can look at it before and after. One more day here to do a bit of glossing, but then we'll be on to Minster Road to tackle the garden.